Hello and welcome. Welcome to our video on the top 10 most visit destinations in Africa. Africa is a vast and diverse continent with rich cultures, breathtaking landscapes, and stunning wildlife. From the magnificent savannas of East Africa to the bustling cities of West Africa, there is no shortage of incredible places to explore. In this video, we'll be showcasing the very best of what Africa has to offer, so get ready to be inspired and add some of these destinations to your travel bucket list. Number 1. Mount Kilimanjaro, Tanzania. Nothing beats Mount Kilimanjaro when it comes to the top tourist destinations in Africa. The highest peak in Africa, Mount Kilimanjaro, rises to a height of 19,340 feet, so it is not unexpected that reaching its summit can be a challenging and occasionally taxing job. We can boast that we accomplished it too. Anyone with a moderate to high level of fitness can climb to the top of the tallest freestanding mountain in the world. And if they can't, they can claim to have done it. More information about Mount Kilimanjaro. Climbing Mount Kilimanjaro. How difficult is it? Number 2. Serengeti National Park, Tanzania and Kenya. On the Serengeti Plain in north-central Tanzania, there is a national park and wildlife refuge called Serengeti National Park. It is northwest of the neighboring Ngorongoro Conservation Area and partially borders Kenya. It is the only area in Africa where extensive land animal migrations still occur, and it is best known for its enormous herds of plains animals, including gnu, gazelles, and zebras. In 1981, the park, a popular international tourist destination, was inscribed on the UNESCO World Heritage List. The park, which was founded in 1951, spans 5,700 square miles and has a sizable acacia forest savanna in addition to some of the greatest grassland ranges in Africa. The park, which has heights between 3,020 and 670 feet, stretches 100 miles to the southeast of locations, around Lake Victoria's coast, and in its eastern part, 100 miles to the south of the Kenya-Tanzania border. Numerous animals in the park travel over the western corridor to Lake Victoria. There are more than 1,300,000 gnus, 60,000 zebras, 150,000 gazelles, and many other creatures in the region. The herds graze in the southeasterly plains of the park during the wet season, which runs from November to May. One significant population travels north into the grasslands just north of the Kenya-Tanzania border, known as the Mara, in late May or early June after moving west into the park's wooded savanna. Another group moves straight up north. In November, towards the end of the dry season, the herds return to the plains in the southeast of the park. There are around 35 different types of plains animals in addition to about 3,000 lions, spotted hyenas, leopards, rhinoceroses, hippopotamuses, giraffes, cheetahs, and baboons in large numbers. The marshes next to the Mara River are home to crocodiles, ostriches, vultures, and flamingos are among the over 350 bird species that have been identified. Number 3. Lake Nakuru, Kenya. One of the best spots in Africa to witness rhinos in their natural environment is Lake Nakuru. The African rhinoceros are in danger, but Lake Nakuru is a protected area where visitors have a decent chance of seeing one. A spot where you may watch millions of flamingos soaring along its shore is Lake Nakuru, which is particularly well known for its annual bird migration. An alkaline lake, Lake Nakuru is home to a wide variety of fauna and birds. Don't forget to include this in your itinerary when planning a tour of Kenya. Number 4. Virunga National Park, Rwanda and Uganda. On the borders of Uganda, Rwanda, and the DRC, the Virunga Mountains, a group of volcanic mountains, can be found. Their lush and verdant slopes are the cause of their extraordinary attractiveness. The critically endangered mountain gorillas have only one surviving home, the Virunga Mountains. While traveling in India, we had the opportunity to meet Ian Redman, the foremost authority on gorillas, and we have wanted to see gorillas ever since. Even though we haven't seen the gorillas yet, we feel like we know a lot more now that we've met Ian and spoken with Rwanda Tourism. Chimpanzees, forest elephants, and the okapi are among the fascinating creatures that call Virunga National Park and the Virunga Mountains home. Number 5. Lalibela, Ethiopia. Ethiopia is a great country to visit in Africa, but not many people are aware of it. Beautiful nature and historical sites abound there. Ethiopia is a lovely, green nation with rugged mountains, lakes, and rivers. But when people think of Ethiopia, they are still associated with the famine of the 1980s. A group of underground stone churches makes up Lalibela. During our 23-day bicycle tour to Ethiopia, we noticed that the country had embraced Christianity. Gondar, a charming city dotted with medieval castles and surrounded by a verdant environment of trees and lakes, is among the other locations to see in Ethiopia. Number 6. Table Mountain, South Africa. Initially, Cape Town was clouded over when Dave and I arrived. Though it took 4 days to fully manifest, we had heard that it was the most stunning city in all of Africa. South Africa's top things to do in 2021. The enormous Table Mountain towered overhead, creating the most amazing scene when the rain stopped. Among African cities, Cape Town is our favorite. A terrific home base from which to experience all that South Africa has to offer. It is an amazing location. South Africa has it all, and it all starts in Cape Town, from wildlife safaris to wine tours, shark diving, to a fantastic road trip. Take a look at our selection of the top things to do in Cape Town. Number 7. The Namib Desert, Sossusvlei, Namibia. Located in Namibia's Namib National Park, this enormous clay pond is surrounded by stunning dunes. It's not uncommon for people to refer to the enormous dunes as the highest in the world because some of them are an incredible 300 meters tall. Since the clay layers allow for very slow water filtering, the Sossusvlei fills with water during rare rainstorms, creating a turquoise lake that lasts for extended periods. One of Southern Africa's most exceptional and desirable tourist destinations is the Namib Desert. Number 8. Arcovango Delta, Botswana. The Arcovango Swamp is a common misnomer for the Arcovango Delta. It has a surface size of 17,000 square kilometers and is the largest inland delta in the world. This unusual water feature was created thousands of years ago as a result of Lake Makgadikgadi's drying up, and ever since it has drawn travelers and explorers. The Arcovango Delta, an intricate and breathtaking maze of inland lagoons, lakes, and islands, is created when the Arcovango River empties its water onto the Kalahari Desert Plains in Botswana. Number 9. Fish River Canyon, Namibia. The Namibian side of the Fish River Canyon is the most breathtaking in the entire world, second only to the Grand Canyon of America. The Fish River runs through the center of this enormous spectacle with a 160 kilometers long ravine that is around 27 kilometers broad and 550 meters deep in some areas. You may take in the expansive view and breathe in the fresh air easily in these wide open settings. Number 10. Victoria Falls, Zambia and Zimbabwe. The largest curtain of falling water on Earth is visible at the location where hundreds of tons of water are streaming downward. On the Zambezi River near the Zimbabwean-Zambian border, Victoria Falls is a magnificent waterfall. In Victoria Falls, one of the most well-known activities is Vic would jump off a bridge connecting Zambia and Zimbabwe. Visitors may hear and see how intense the water flow is by listening to the multi-alternate columns of water spray that can be seen from a great distance. Don't forget to pack your costume if you plan to swim in the comparatively safe natural pools on the Zambian side. Thank you for watching our video on the top 10 must-visit destinations in Africa. We hope you are inspired to add these amazing places to your travel bucket list. Africa is a continent of breathtaking natural beauty, rich cultural heritage, and diverse wildlife. We encourage you to explore all that Africa has to offer and experience its unique wonders for yourself. Whether you are seeking adventure, relaxation, or cultural immersion, Africa has something for everyone. So, pack your bags and start planning your next unforgettable African adventure.